I made my own Splatoon game in Minecraft and called it Tommy 3. But before we start, we should probably go all the way back to where this began. In 2017, around the time I began to become obsessed with Splatoon, I wanted to make my own Splatoon game, so I called it Tommyune. From 2017 to 2018, I worked on Tommyune, ending with about 26 stages. But I decided I would not stop there. I wanted to keep going, and so then Tommyune 2 came along in 2019. I updated Tommyune 2 for about 3 years until June of 2021, when the final update released. The game finished with around 32 stages. Now from the footage I've shown you, it may not look very impressive, and because honestly, Tommyune 1 and 2 were not very impressive. Around the time Splatoon 3 got announced, I decided to go all in for a third round. That decision is what changed everything. Tommyune 3 released on August 5th of 2022, marking the beginning of this new era. Since then, I built 40 stages, 3 plazas, and even an entire single-player mode. Now if you're just here for the download of the world, the link to the Planet Minecraft page is in the description. But if you want to stick around to see some of the content the map features, then stay with me. Tommyune 3 stages can be categorized into 3 categories: Tommyune 1 maps, Tommyune 2 maps, and Tommyune 3 maps. To start off with, let's take a look at some of those 21 Tommyune 3 stages. This is Haddock Heights. Inspired by Flounder Heights, the map features multiple routes and high elevation for battlers to fight it out on. Next up is Cuttlefish Castle. This stage uses its castle walls and the tower in the middle of it to properly integrate itself into its background. Airco Aircraft Carrier takes place in an aircraft carrier out at sea. This stage features wide open terrain and cannon gauntlet. Sadly they can't be used though because, Minecraft. Paradise Fish Resort is also inspired by Mahi Mahi Resort, except it uses bipedal squids layout he made to improve the stage. Okay, with those first 2 stages out the way, we've looked at the less interesting ones in my opinion. Now we're getting into the ones that I'm actually really excited to show off, so let's take a look at them. Sharkfin Subway takes place in an underground subway station. This stage is divided into 3 sections by train lines. Each of these sections interact with each other very fluidly, and halfway through the match, trains come in to make new terrain to travel on. Longnose Ski Lodge is a stage in the mountains that features a ski lodge in the center of it. The ski lodge has multiple levels, and a background area behind it where players can fight it out. The stage is also mirrored unlike other stages on this map. Barracuda Basin takes place in the swamp under a highway. The stage uses fans like Anchovy Games and Marlin Airport for traversal of the stage. Luca Casino takes place in a casino and features the roulette wheels in the center of the stage for traversal. Squeegee Car Wash takes place in a car wash and features 2 levels that distinctively divide the bottom and top half of the stage. Barnacle Beach takes place near condos at the beach. This stage features trench-like pathways and 2 layers in it as well. And finally, Typhoon Tracks, the last stage that was added to the game just recently 3 weeks ago in Final Update. This stage is also mirrored and takes place in the middle of a thrill park. And there we go, that was about half of the stages from Tommyune 3 that I wanted to showcase. For the rest of this, I'll take a look at both Tommyune 1 and 2 maps that are featured in the game. First up is Supermart. This stage, inspired by Mako Mart, was in Tommyune 1, and it actually features aisles and upper routes. Next up, from Tommyune 2, this is Scrapper Canal. Obviously inspired by Snapper Canal, look at the name. It features alternate routes that go around mid, as well as crates. Next up from Tommyune 1 is Getaway Cruise. This stage takes place on top of a giant cruise ship. Then from Tommyune 2, we have Firestorm Laser Tag. This stage takes place in a laser tag arena with many upper levels and small pieces of terrain to surround yourself in. Next up is Bluefin Airport, which, fun fact, I actually made this stage over a year before Marlin Airport was announced. So, Nintendo, did you copy me? Then next up, we have Arapaima Mansion from Tommy and 2. This stage takes place in a mansion, and the layout itself is inspired by Piranha Pit. Finally, we have Katana Dam from Tommy and 2. This stage is inspired by Shelnorth Institute, but heavily expanded upon. And that concludes showing off all the stages I wanted to show off. That's about over half of them that are included in this world download. Next, I want to talk about the different regions of the games. Tommy and 3 takes place in Marina Island. Meanwhile, Tommy and 1 and 2 games both take place in Metro City. First, we're going to take a look at Pearl Boulevard, the main city on Marina Island. In Pearl Boulevard, you can find online battles, salmon run battles, and also shops and the access to the single player. I think this is probably my favorite of the 3 plazas that are on this world. Next up, the plaza from Tommy and 1, Metro Plaza. This plaza is as classic as it gets. It's really basic, but I really like the look of it. It reminds me of New York and also Vingopolis Square. Finally, we have Metro Square from Tommy and 2. This plaza is probably the least interesting to me, but I try my best with it. The last thing I have to discuss today is the single player for Tommy and 3, Feline expansion. The story begins when a cat named Buddy finds Agent 6, an old renowned hero, looking for help with finding his friend Tula. Buddy brings Agent 6 to the Feline Kingdom, an open world where you can explore anything to your heart's content. But as they arrive, they find everything is not as it should be. So they go exploring, looking for Tula, and finding themselves in a very sticky situation. The ending sequence features gameplay segments of using the inkjet, stealth, and even just using classic splatter shots. I tried to make the final boss as exciting as I could within Minecaft's limitations. So there won't be any normal moving enemies, but there will be challenges ahead for you. One more thing to note is that whenever you're starting Feline expansion for the first time, make sure you go to the entrance of the plaza. Do not use the book to teleport to it, or else some things will break in your playthrough. And that concludes this showcase of Tommy and 3. The map is available now, and if you want to play in it, go ahead and play in it. I mean, I understand some people will find this to be very strange, or not like it, or unpolished, but I did my best that I could with it, and I had fun making it. This is really just a passion project I've been working on for a long time now, and I finally felt with 3 it was good enough to perhaps release, maybe? So, if you guys like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But I had fun making it, and that's really it for this time for me. It's also my first time speaking in a video, so I apologize if it's like awkward. But anyways, that's it for now. See you guys next time. Hopefully a Splatoon 3 video soon. Albacore 8 out.